Hey, how's it everyone? This is Ted, the review guy again. Yeah, I'm here for my review for Avengers Infinity War. I know it's like been so long since I uploaded a video, but yeah, I've been waiting for my friends to go and watch the movie, and because they said the last time I watched Black Panther way too quick and put out the video before they even watched, so I waited this time. um yeah, it's been a while since I've watched Infinity War. I'm gonna go back soon, but I don't know when. But in any case, yeah, I'm very excited to talk about this movie, and yeah, let's get into it. Oh yeah, again, if you haven't watched the movie, please go watch the movie, because this is a spoiler um review. Okay, and then we're gonna start from the opening of the movie, where it starts with the ending of Thor Ragnarok. So it starts when Thanos' ship comes up, and we that's the end of Thor Ragnarok. And then in the Avengers Infinity War, Thanos is in the ship and he's kicking everyone's ass, and yeah, people are just getting a whipping, like but they don't show everyone. That was my thing at first. I'm like, oh, okay, where's Cog? Where's Valkyrie? Like, where are the other people? So we don't know where they are, because the rest of the movie they don't show them. But we see Loki and Thor and Hulk. We see they trying to fight their way with Thanos. Like, we just see them getting their ass whipped. Like, that's all I can say with them. Like, they were getting their ass whipped. But we see that the one of the Black Order, I forgot his name, he says the speech that he usually says, I guess, before they annihilate or start getting people, start whipping people's ass or for whatever they want. Sorry about the car noises behind. But yeah, they yeah, he does that speech thing. It's like, you guys should be very pleased that it's Thanos that takes your life, because it's not really death, but like some sort of higher calling if Thanos is the one that takes your life, which is kind of creepy but cool as hell. Cool. It was cool. It was cool to see that. And then Thor didn't know that Loki took the Tesseract from Asgard. So he tells Thanos that the Tesseract was destroyed when Asgard was destroyed by Hela in Thor Ragnarok. So yeah, he basically says that, but and then Thanos threatens to kill Thor in front of Loki. Loki couldn't handle it, and he actually reveals that he has the Tesseract. That's why they were there in the first place, because they kind of what is this located it somehow, which is, we don't get the explanation how they got the we don't get the explanation how Thanos keeps getting these Infinity Stones, really, except the Soul Stone. But he maybe kind of has kept track of them, and I'm missing something. But yeah, and Loki tries to bargain with, like, by calling up the Hulk as one of the defenders in that ship, and Hulk gets, like, yo, guys, Hulk gets a proper beating. I've never seen Hulk gets destroyed like that. Even the Black Order is like, no, let him have his fun. He actually, at first, he lets Hulk beat him, and then it was like, in his head, it's like, my turn, and then he starts, he yo Like, I've never seen that before, like, done to Hulk. And his anger didn't get him anywhere. So that's another thing. It's like, where's your anger? Aren't you supposed to get angrier and stronger? But because Thanos is very intelligent, he could actually use his frustrations against him and get the upper hand in beating Hulk. And then we see that Heimdall lets Bruce escape, Hulk escape, and then sends him to Earth real quickly. And then the first death of one of the important-ish characters was Heimdall. Thanos kills Heimdall, and the next person to die, who was trying to pull a trick on Thanos, is Loki. And then that kind of hit hard. It started hitting home. It's like, I actually love Loki. Why would you kill him? But yeah, so we're not gonna see Loki anymore because, well, I think he's dead. Yeah, there's no tricks anymore, as they say in even Thanos before he kills him. No trickery, no resurrection. This time, you're gonna die, type thing. And then we move on to Earth. We see Tony Stark running with Pepper, so they're kind of re-establishing their relationship, talking about kids and whatnot, which is kind of a step up for Tony, because in Civil War, when Captain America brought up the pregnancy thing, he was like, no, none of that. But now he was kind of pushing the idea forward in this. So yeah, they talk about that, and then they show on the other side, Bruce falls onto Earth, where he falls onto Doctor Strange's place of whatever. And then he kind of explains, and then they travel to where Tony Stark is to get him. And then by that time, the Black Order was on its way, and Tony Stark has just promised Pepper that he's gonna do a bit better. He's gonna, put in weight into the relationship and stuff like that. And then this happens, that they actually need him now. And then Bruce explains who Thanos is. He's been looking for these Infinity Stones, the Tesseract, and whatnot. And then Tony kind of gets the idea, gets the threat level. And then the Black Order shows up, and then they start, they hear people screaming outside, and then they go out and they check that out. And then that speech again from the Black Order guy, I forgot his name, but yeah, Tony Stark calls him Squidward, which is funny. And yeah, they start to battle there. They fight to protect the Time Stone from Doctor Strange, and then Doctor Strange gets taken away, and then we see Spider-Man on the other side. He escapes from the school bus. He goes to fight, to join the fight. And then he sees Tony Stark there. They start fighting the guys and whatnot. You see that protectiveness of Tony Stark from the beginning, when Peter Parker shows up, Spider-Man shows up. He's like very protective over him. He doesn't want anything to go wrong. So it starts from you see that relationship building up. You see all these little relationships, and also they reference the relationship that Tony Stark and Captain America left off, because he realizes now he needs Cap for this, because they've been doing this. They've been fighting against these Infinity Stones type things, and he never got to make the call. He lost the phone, and Bruce, after the fight thing, and Doctor Strange being taken away, Bruce takes the phone and all of that stuff. And so he calls in, I guess he calls in Captain America. Meanwhile, we see Scarlet Witch and the Vision, who is in danger, and you can see from there that the Infinity Stone is warning him if that like there's something wrong, something is not right, and he feels it, but he just doesn't know it, because even in Civil War, he does say he wishes to understand, like being able to understand it, and then it would be better after understanding he might be able to control it, that type of thing. So he still doesn't understand the Infinity Stone completely, but he has managed to do a lot of incredible things with it, which is making himself have a human form, all those things, and the relationship growing with Wanda and him. So yeah, that relationship is doing the things now, and that was nice to see that dynamic. And then the next thing you see, they go outside and the Vision gets stabbed, like the Black Order is here, the children of Thanos are here, they want the Mind Stone. And then they fight. You see them fighting to protect Vision and whatnot. And then the next thing you see on the other side, which made me so happy, seeing Captain America. Oh man, I was so happy to see that. He's my favorite Avenger. And then it goes on. The fight goes on. They save them with all of the others. Black Widow, Falcon is there. They save them. They move on. Guys, I'm trying to remember everything, because like it's been a while since I watched it. I watched it at the 27th of April, and I've been waiting all this time, trying to remember, deciphering everything in my head. So if I miss anything, please let's talk about it in the comments below. But we see them going back to America, because they haven't been there in a while, because of the whole Civil War thing. And then Captain America is trying to save the world again with his gang of rogues, because they are kind of rogues now according to the government. And and also meanwhile again, we see the Guardians of the Galaxy's side of the spectrum, what they are dealing with. They are going somewhere, distress call, which was the Thor's ship was sending out a distress call. They want money, they want repayment, all that dynamic of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're doing things for good, or they're doing things for money, and Gamora is kind of the one that kind of leads them into the right path. And we see them meeting Thor. We see them worshipping Thor, kind of ish. We see Peter Quill being jealous of Thor because of how the Guardians just fell in love with Thor, just seeing him lying down without doing anything. And Mantis wakes him up and he asks him, "Who the hell are you guys?" As we saw in the trailer, which was quite cool. And then they introduce themselves. He tells them what's happening. They kind of just get to trust him. It was quite easy for them to trust to Thor. And then even Rocket trusted him, and he wanted to even leave with him. So they do to get this new weapon that Thor wants, because his other one has been broken. And then we see the other team, Captain America's team, going to Wakanda to ask for help. And then we see the relationships come back again between Thor and Bucky, since he was left there in Civil War. And we see hugs and whatnot from Black Panther and Captain America. And it's just them preparing, and they were trying to hide oh, the reason they went to Wakanda is to remove the Mind Stone from Vision without killing Vision, and so that they can destroy it, but they couldn't. But they thought that Wakanda could have a technology that could do that, which they did, but they didn't have time because the Black Order was here trying to get it. And yeah, a lot of things happened with that, and then the army is sent to Wakanda, and yeah, and basically they just start fighting, trying to protect Vision, and in the Wakanda war, we see where, like, when the little dog thing is that Thanos sent to Wakanda, they were gonna go around, trying to disrupt everything when it comes to the shield of Wakanda and stuff like that. They're gonna cause more damage. So what they did was trying to make them come back into one spot and deal with them in one spot. I'm gonna have to cut the video here because I'm running out of time now, but I will also post up part 2 of this review and talk more without skipping too much of the video in between, without skipping too much of the movie and stuff, and just talk more about the details and the highlights of the whole movie. So yeah, guys, just come back for the second part of my review, and we can just keep discussing the movie. Thank you very much. Sorry to just upload pieces and bits and pieces of the videos. It's a lot, and I want to talk about everything, and I'm so excited. So thank you guys for your support. Let's continue in the next video. Thanks.